Yeah, the hairman do. I was thinking about languages this morning. And the most commonly used language in programming is profanity. Now, pirates, they probably don't use sign language because their hook makes everything look like a question. A linguistics parody in between the sold to an American, they'll buy anything as long as it's made in China. Well, back in my day, it was stuff that was made in Japan. China's turning out boatloads of engineers, although maybe they don't quite yet have all our technology and innovation, but soon they will. Anyway, a linguistics professor, he said during a lecture, in English, a double negative forms a positive, but in some languages, such as Russian, a double negative is still a negative. However, in no language in the world can a double positive form a negative. But then a voice from the back room, the back row, that is, of the lecture hall piped up and said, "Yeah, right." I feel like my mate and I don't speak the same language. I say we have a long-distance relationship. He said, I have a restraining order. Dancing and laughing and playing, dancing in circles. How does that saying go? Dancing in circles? I can't remember. My mind is shot, slain by all the living I've done. Laughing and playing and slaying the sacred umbrella terms. When are they gonna wake up to smell the coffee and open their eyes and tune in their ears? What is spewing from their parrot beaks and thoughts? It's not dictates, but dialogue that is true learning, and we've been programmed and propagandized to all say the same thing. We wouldn't want to contradict or have a different meaning. We don't want to be ostracized. We all want to be accepted. Heck, that ain't dialogue. That ain't the Socratic method. Laughing and playing, meaningful interactions, and fostering open minds. Yeah, we are, after all, mere infants in time, laughing and playing with our toys in our mind, trapped in the playpans of our universal mind. Well, Dr. Johnson, that Samuel Johnson offer, the words I slam together, I can't quite get the words out of my mouth, and then I started to stuttering, and just like when I was young, I couldn't get a word out in between my siblings. Dr. Samuel Johnson, author of the first great dictionary of the English language, was visited by a delegation of respectable, very spiritual, religious, proper ladies of London. And Dr. Johnson, they said, we congratulate you. Can't you get the words out of your mouth correctly, Herman? We congratulate, enunciate, Herman. We congratulate you, Dr. Johnson, for admitting all the indecent, obscene, and four-letter words from your dictionary. And Dr. Johnson looked at them for a minute and said, ladies, I congratulate you for looking them all up. Slaying the sacred umbrella. Maybe a different key for this would be more appropriate. No, that's not the key. How about down here? Slaying the sacred umbrella. Now that's a term we could use. Laughing and playing in our playpen, trying to learn what we don't know. Waking up to see what's right in front of us, to smell the coffee, open our eyes with grace, tuning in our ears to what's spewing from our minds. Just dictates, not dialogue, that is sought. For true learning, it's the key. So let's laugh and play with meaningful interactions between you and me and all of us. Laughing and playing and mewling and puking in our nurse's arms, fostering an open mind, a little Shakespeare there for you. For after all, we are mere infants in time. So let our open hearts open our minds to roam. For in a world of wordplay, we find our true meaning of today. Let's slay the sacred thought. Tune up your ears and be careful what you spew from your pie-hole. It's not just the dictates and the propaganda that's sought, it's the dialogue of open thought for true meaning and learning. That's the key to our reality as we laugh and play with the meaningful interactions of the day. And some people are mimes, and some people are parrots, and some people, well, like me, that don't have two brain cells to rub together are just stupid enough to open my trap. And 'cause I feel so trapped in my playpen in this universe, playing with the toys and the dust on the floor, only to rehearse the safe role that I learned. New ideas and new perspective and new ways to see, to think and laugh and play will set my mind free. Tune your ears up. What's spewing from your propagandized mind? It's just the dictates of the government. When true dialogue, parties be darned. For real learning, it ain't no politics or ways of thinking. We're individuals. We arrived here on the planet. We're all joined together, but we don't have to think the same thing, and we don't have to disrespect each other for thinking something different. For real learning, that's the key, the Socratic method. So why not laugh and play with me if you choose, in a meaningful interaction, you and me and all of us, saying what we think. I mean, why be afraid? And why not let yourself go, laugh and play, and let your mind grow? For in this world of laughter and play, we'll find our true selves in an open-minded way. In a country where all the simple folks had been propagandized and led to believe all the same things, they were all gathered together in a big town and never let out of that pen. And one day their leader that did this to them passed away, and he had 2 children, and both of them were eligible to be the leader. But they were quite confused who should be their leader, so they visited the local saint for advice. And the saint said, "Whoever will answer the question correctly will be the king of all idiots. If a rooster sits on the peak of a tower, the very tippy-tip top, and lays an egg, in which direction will it fall?" Well, sometimes it's best to live in a leaderless country, because after all, who needs those stinking badges? And, well, we need those stinking badges, but who needs these stinking leaders after all? Yippee-ki-yay, let's play and play and